Hello dear viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shiva and in today's video, we take you on a fascinating journey through Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village, a hidden gem in Manipal, Karnataka. This unique heritage village is a testament to India's rich architectural and cultural legacy, showcasing beautifully restored traditional homes, intricate wooden carvings, and artifacts that transport you back in time. Join us as we explore the vibrant history, craftsmanship, and timeless beauty of this living museum, where every structure tells a story of Karnataka's glorious past. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. As you step into the heritage site that spans over 6 acres, you are transported back in time. The village is an open-air museum that houses over 24 meticulously restored heritage homes from different regions of Karnataka and other parts of India. Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village Museum is managed by Hasta Shilpa Trust, which is a not-for-profit public charitable trust started by Vijayanath Shanai. It stands for Restoration, Conservation, Preservation and Promotion of India's fast-vanishing architectural heritage and material culture within the larger framework of the arts and culture. This is the ticket counter for Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village. The entry fee is Rs 350 per adult, while students receive a discounted rate of Rs 150 per person upon presenting a valid ID. Children up to 10 years can enter for free. Before visiting, it is recommended to check the official website for complete details about the site. The management follows specific policies to preserve the heritage structures, and all relevant information can be found on their website. With that introduction, let's begin our tour with the first stop, the historic Miyar House built originally in 1856. This structure serves as the principal entrance block of a traditional agrarian Brahmin house from the erstwhile South Kannada district. Designed in the regional architectural style, it features a two-storied facade that once welcomed visitors into the ancestral home. However, due to ongoing restoration work, entry inside the structure was restricted during our visit, only allowing an exterior view. Despite its traditional foundation, Miyar House also reflects the influence of British colonial architecture, particularly evident in the rear balcony, which showcases design elements borrowed from that era. Next, we move on to the second structure in our tour, the Sringeri House, originally built in 1856. This house comes from Sringeri, a revered town in the Chikmagalur district of Karnataka, known for its deep spiritual and architectural heritage. The Sringeri house represents a traditional Malnad-style priest's residence designed to reflect the architectural principle of form follows function. The structure features a spacious pavilion on the ground floor, likely used for religious discussions, gatherings, or rituals. This house is a fine example of regional architecture, blending functionality with aesthetic simplicity while also reflecting the spiritual essence of its origins in Sringeri. The interiors are thoughtfully designed to accommodate both religious practices and daily living, showcasing authentic elements of Malnad architecture. On the first floor, a viewing gallery overlooks the front road or pathway, providing an elevated vantage point for observing temple processions and daily activities in the town. Next, we move on to the third structure in our tour, the Mudhol Palace Darbar Hall, originally built in 1816. This grand 19th century Darbar Hall was constructed by the Maratha ruling clan of the Ghorpades in the Bagalkot district of Karnataka. The architectural style of the hall is a unique fusion of Rajasthani influences and local craftsmanship, most notably reflected in its exquisite teak wood construction. This blend of artistic styles showcases the grandeur and refinement of royal court architecture, making it a significant historical landmark. Next, we move on to the fourth structure in our tour, the Peshwa Wada. Vadas were the residential form of Maratha architecture that evolved under the patronage of Peshwas. Unfortunately, this structure was closed due to restoration work and could only be viewed from outside. Next, we move on to the fifth site in our tour, the Old Bazaar Street. The Old Bazaar Street at Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village recreates the charm of traditional Indian marketplaces, showcasing a variety of household items and artisanal crafts. Visitors can see soapstone cookware, copper and brass utensils, and metalware kitchen items, all essential in traditional homes. This vibrant street offers an immersive experience, bringing alive the legacy of India's rich craftsmanship and everyday traditions. Next, we arrive at the sixth site on our tour, the Kamal Mahal of Kukanur, originally built in 1341. This extraordinary structure was once part of a large royal residence and is the only surviving wooden specimen from the pre-Vijayanagara era. Its most remarkable feature is the 10-layered wooden assembly designed to create a vast column-free central space, an architectural innovation far ahead of its time. The forecourt of Kamal Mahal has been designed to recreate the art forms patronized by Vijayanagara kingdom, offering visitors a glimpse into the artistic grandeur of that era. The wooden architecture of Kamal Mahal is another outstanding aspect of this structure. The intricate carvings on the wooden surfaces and the unique assembly technique, which completely avoids the use of fasteners between wooden components, highlight the technological advancements achieved during that era. This ingenious craftsmanship ensured the structure's durability and stability, allowing it to withstand the test of time. Next, we arrive at the seventh site on our tour, the Deccani Nawab Mahal, originally built in 1912. This grand residential structure belonged to a family of Nawabs, offering a glimpse into the luxurious and ostentatious lifestyle of noblemen associated with royalty. The architectural design and intricate details of the palace reflect their wealth, social standing, and refined tastes. The central hall served as a space for music and dance performances where men observed from the surrounding area while women watched from an exclusive balcony on the upper level, adhering to the traditional parda system. One of the most striking features of the Deccani Nawab Mahal is its front facade, adorned with exquisite Belgian stained glass windows, adding a touch of grandeur and artistic elegance. The interiors boast German flooring tiles and an English cast iron staircase, reflecting the Nawab's preference for imported luxury materials that showcased their affluence. The palace also houses several artifacts from traditional Muslim life, including intricate Bidri-ware metalwork, which was highly valued for its fine craftsmanship. The display of hunting trophies, once considered a mark of nobility and status, further adds to the regal character of the residence. Next, we arrive at the eighth site on our tour, the Mangalore Christian House, originally built in 1886. This residence is a typical example of a Mangalore Christian home, reflecting architectural influences brought to the region by the Basel missionaries as well as the British and Portuguese colonial rule. The design of the house is heavily inspired by Roman Gothic architecture, which is evident in its structural elements, aesthetic detailing, and overall layout. The house also prominently displays religious symbols such as an altar, a terracotta sculpture of Jesus Christ, and a processional emblem highlighting the strong Christian faith and devotional practices of the household. Inside, visitors can observe an early example of a modern kitchen, a significant departure from the traditional firewood-based cooking areas seen in older Indian homes. Next, we arrive at the ninth site on our tour, the Museum of Bastar Tribal Art. Bastar, a district in the Chhattisgarh state of India, is known for its vibrant tribal culture and artistic traditions. One of the most renowned art forms of Bastar is Dhokra metalwork, which is crafted using the lost wax casting technique. Another fascinating element of Bastar's tribal artistry is its huge wooden masks, which are carefully carved and painted. These masks are deeply rooted in tribal folklore and religious traditions and are often used in ceremonies, festivals, and ritualistic performances. Next, we arrive at the 10th site on our tour, the Museum of Folk Deities. The Museum of Folk Deities is a fascinating collection of shrines and sacred spaces that showcase the deep-rooted spiritual traditions of local communities. These shrines predate the organized workshop of Vedic gods and reflect the indigenous belief system that were once widespread in the region. Next, we arrive at the 11th site on our tour, the Vishnu Mandir. Originally built in the 18th century, the Vishnu Mandir houses a 300-year-old stone idol of Mahavishnu. Though modest in scale, this temple holds great historical and spiritual significance. Next, we arrive at the 12th site on our tour, the Hangarkatta Bandasale House, originally built in 1825. The Bandasale House refers to a trading establishment cum residence that once flourished in several coastal port towns of Karnataka. This particular structure comes from Hangarkatta, a once thriving port town that lost its commercial relevance after the construction of bridges and highways. The Hangarkatta Bandasale House stands as a rare and well-preserved specimen of the commercial enterprises that flourished 3 centuries ago. It was designed to accommodate both business and residential needs, ensuring a clear division between trade and daily life. Next, we arrive at the 13th site on our tour, the Veerashaiva Jangama Mutt. The Veerashaiva Jangama Mutt, originally built in the 16th century, stands as an important religious and cultural landmark in Karnataka. The foundation of this mutt is deeply connected to the spread of Veerashaivism, a religious movement that gained momentum in the 12th century under the leadership of Basaveshwara. The movement emphasized spiritual enlightenment, social equality, and devotion to Lord Shiva. During this time, Shiva Sharanas and Jangamas traveled extensively on foot, spreading the principles of Veerashaivism across the region. To support these spiritual travelers, local devotees established Jangama mutts in various towns and villages. These mutts served as temporary shelters where Jangamas could rest, medicate, and hold religious discourses. They also acted as centers for the dissemination of knowledge and spiritual teachings, fostering a deeper sense of religious devotion among the local population. Next, we arrive at the 14th site of our tour, Vidya Mandir, a historic temple originally built in 1705. The Vidya Mandir of Ramachandrapura Mutt was thoughtfully designed to support the pontiff's contemplative and academic endeavors. Next, we arrive at the 15th site on our tour, Kunjur Chowki House, originally built in 1816. The Kunjur Chowki House is a remarkable example of traditional Kerala-style architecture, following the principles outlined in the 15th century treatise Manushalaya Chandrika. This architectural style emphasizes harmony between nature, space, and function, ensuring that the house remains well ventilated, naturally lit, and structurally efficient. At its center lies an open courtyard known as Chowki or Totti or Nalukettu, which serves as the heart of the house, providing natural ventilation and illumination. The layout of Kunjur Chowki house is based on the mandala principle, a grid-like arrangement aligned to the cardinal directions. The house is structured around this courtyard, divided into 4 wings of varying sizes. Next, we arrive at the 16th site on our tour, Bhatkal Naviyat Muslim House. The Bhatkal Naviyat Muslim House, originally built in 1805, stands as a fine example of the traditional architecture and cultural heritage of the Naviyat Muslim community in Bhatkal, a town located in the Uttara Kannada district of Karnataka. Inside the house, a rich collection of crockery and household items can be found on the first floor, giving visitors a glimpse into the daily life and customs of Naviyat community. Next, we arrive at the 17th site on our tour, the Vadair Hobli House. The Vadair Hobli House, originally built in 1705, is a historic residence belonging to the Koni Karant family of Kundapur Taluk. The structure of Vadair Hobli House is characterized by its rectangular layout with a pillared, two-tiered veranda running along the length of both the front and rear facades. The Ganjifa Museum, located in the upper floor of this site. The Ganjifa Museum is a unique repository dedicated to the traditional Indian art of Ganjifa, a centuries-old form of hand-painted playing cards. Originating from Persia and flourishing in India under the Mughal and Maratha rulers, Ganjifa cards were once an integral part of royal leisure, often featuring intricate mythological themes and vibrant folk motifs. Next, we arrive at the 18th site on our tour, Lanes and Bylanes. This section is a recreation of a traditional marketplace, bringing to life the charm and vibrancy of an early day bazaar. Next, we arrive at the 19th site on our tour, Yerkone House. Originally built in the mid-19th century, the Yerkone House stands as a testament to the changing dynamics of traditional family structures and architectural adaptations. Next, we arrive at the 20th site on our tour, Harkur Olagina Mane. Originally built in 1605, the Harkur Olagina Mane was once located on the periphery of agricultural lands in Harkur village, situated in Kundapur Taluk. The name Olagina Mane simply translates to interior house, indicating its placement away from the village center, nestled within farmlands. This house served as the original ancestral home of the Harkur Bant family and has stood the test of time for over 415 years, bearing witness to the evolution of rural life in the region. Next, we arrive at the 21st site on our tour, Baindur Nelyadi House. Originally built in the mid-19th century, the Baindur Nelyadi House is from the place Nelyadi, a small village in the Baindur region of Kundapur Taluk in Udupi. This house is a fine example of traditional architecture that evolved in response to the changing social and economic landscape of the time. Next, we arrive at the 22nd site on our tour, a continuation of lanes and bylanes. This site offers a deeper glimpse into the bustling marketplace of early times. It recreates the charm of traditional street side shops that once thrived in local communities, preserving the essence of a bygone era. Next, we arrive at the 23rd site of our tour, traditional and cultural artifacts. This section of the tour showcases a collection of artifacts that reflect the rich heritage and cultural traditions of the region. One of the key exhibits is the Ratha or the chariot, an intricately carved wooden structure with large wheels traditionally used in temple festivals. Next, we arrive at the 24th and the last site on our tour, Harihara Temple, originally built in 1216. This sacred site traces its origins back nearly 800 years, initially constructed as a shrine dedicated to Veerabhadra by the Kapalikas, an extreme Shaivite sect known for their ascetic practices. The intricate carvings on the roof and the main doors of the Sanctum Sanctorum remain an awe-inspiring feature of the temple. Dear viewers, that was the last site of the tour. And what an incredible journey this has been. Exploring the Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village in Manipal has been nothing short of mesmerizing. Every structure, every artifact, and every little detail tells a story of a glorious past, of craftsmanship that stood the test of time, and of traditions that still breathe life into our culture. I feel truly privileged to have walked through these beautifully restored heritage homes, each offering a glimpse into different eras and communities of Karnataka and beyond. I hope you enjoyed this journey as much as I did. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such amazing explorations. See you in the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring and keep discovering.